Hey guys, this is Jarrett. I'm going to be talking about my interest in motor behavior today and what impact it may have on my future career. Before this class, I didn't really know much about motor behavior or what it exactly was, but I did know that it had a lot to do with physical therapy, which is the profession that I want to go to eventually. And I knew that if I took a class in this, it'd give me a good step in the way of starting with what I'm going to go into. So through this class so far, I have been able to figure out what motor behavior is. It is the area of study combining motor learning, motor development, and motor control. When thinking about the three sub-disciplines of motor behavior, I would say that motor learning is more important for physical therapy, even though all three are definitely intertwined. Motor learning is more about practicing and learning a skill to perfect it and make it permanent, where motor development would be looking at maturity and age and how that alters motor behavior and how it's performed or learned, and motor control that deals more with the physiology behind how that works. Taking this class has really put in perspective how much motor development has impacted me in my life so far. And when we were looking at the different theories between like information processing and dynamical systems and ecological perspectives, it really made me think about when I played soccer growing up and how I learned things and how things adapted. And it was really interesting to see how really big a part of motor behavior was to my life thus far. And it really makes me exciting to learn more and to see where it can go with my career. While I know that none of these theories are completely like 100% accurate and correct in all instances, it was really interesting talking about the information processing approach, where when I was in personal training for soccer at one point in my life, I had to learn certain skills. And when I would think about it, it would be like an input-output situation where I would be told to hit a certain pass and I'd have to put the right amount of spin and force on the ball at a certain point that it would do what I wanted. And it got to the point eventually where when I wanted to make that pass, it would just happen without me even thinking about it. And I think that's really interesting how like this could work so effectively without even knowing what motor development was at that point in my life. One of the other things that have been mentioned in this class so far is the impact of sports specialization at a young age. And I actually did do that. I played soccer my entire life since I was about 2.5 to now, basically. And I didn't really understand that it would be a bad thing for me or have any negative impacts. But talking about it in class, I do see how being more well-rounded in sports can help to prevent injuries, to help fundamental skill movements to be like achieved at an earlier age, and to really help children to become active and stay active. I am lucky enough to have stayed active and not gotten too many injuries, but I would definitely have preferred, now that I know this information, to really go back and play a lot of different sports if I could do it over again. But I can use that knowledge now with physical therapy one day to help my patients become well-rounded and help them to stay healthier for the future. When going deeper into the motor learning of their behavior, that's definitely what I think I'll be using more with physical therapy in my profession one day. And the way I think about it now is if a patient comes to me with an injury, they probably were doing something, maybe they were participating in exercise, maybe it was just a random scenario where they slipped or fell or something, but they probably fell down on that mountain of motor development from some level of skill down to another one. So teaching them that a skill or how to be confident in doing that skill again and getting them to perfect that again could help them to climb back up the mountain of motor development and to help them achieve better skills and be able to perform at higher rates and do more with what they previously couldn't with an injury or whatever they had going on. Even though I've only been in this class for about half a semester now, I've learned so much about behavior in the three subdisciplines, and I can't wait to be able to learn more about making plans the rest of the semester, as well as taking more motor behavior classes in graduate school and physical therapy school to be able to really get a good grasp of this concept and be able to use it on and to help patients one day, and even like children one day, being able to help them with like achieving their fundamental movement skills or helping older adults just regain skills that they previously had and had lost. It just makes me so excited for the future and being able to help others, and motor behavior is going to be a huge part of that for me. So this is what motor behavior is to me. I hope you guys all have found similar interest in it as well with whatever profession you're going towards. Thank you for listening, and I hope we all have a great rest of the semester.